Hey everybody, welcome to a little bit of V2X competition robot stuff. Okay, so we're in a spot right now where we really need to start combining things together and making one program that we continue to add to so we can continue to complete the tasks in a way that's going to make it repeatable. So what we're going to do first off is you're going to open your drive function. And we've already done a little bit of this for probably the alpha and some of the Bravo task, but right now we're in the process, hopefully, of completing that Bravo task in a way that's going to be repeatable again and accurate. So we're going to need to combine three things at this point, and you're going to going forward, this is how this is going to work out. You're going to continue to combine and add things to a base program so you can continue to use it. So you have your drive program. First off, we are going to erase anything that is not init motors inside of your setup, and inside of your loop there should be nothing. So first off, we just need to initialize our motors. And let's go ahead and save this program. So we're going to save this as, we'll call this V2X base program. So this is going to be the thing that we continue to modify and add to. And whenever we complete a task, this is how we're going to start. So this is the drive. This initializes our motors, and we have our drive robot function inside of this. And this is the basis of what we need. So second, we need our LED code library. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your, oh goodness, you're going to take your include and your LED thing here, the first four lines, and you're going to add it to this top section. I want your include, and we probably have talked about this in class. We want your include to go at the very top. So what we can actually do here, so we'll say libraries to include. Here we'll say this is our pin definitions. And underneath here, we're going to say variable declarations. So as we organize our program, that's what it's going to be. Libraries, pins, variables. So we're going to go ahead and save this. We have our fast LED library that should be included. This isn't turning colors for me. Give me one moment. I realized when I say give me a second and I pause the video here that this actually isn't a second for you. Anyways, so I forgot on this computer I don't have the library. I got the library. Now we're good. Okay, so variables. Now next up we need our initialization stuff inside of our setup. So we're going to have these three lines right here inside of our setup. Now remember, you're not copying any brackets. It's just these three lines. And you're going to go in the setup then. Actually, in this case, we're going to put it above our init motors. So we have serial, we have our LED stuff, we have our initialization of our motors. And the last most important thing to do is our uint thing, this bottom thing. This is our function that we require for our LED. So at the very bottom, under our last bracket, we're going to go here. We'll put function for LED bulbs. And there we go. We're going to actually put one more thing in here. We're going to do just a quick line here for our show color. And we'll put this in setup because that way it's here and we need it. We can erase that later, but now we have all the information that we need. Now, last thing that we need before we continue with our actual program part is for our Bravo task, we need the gyroscope library. So we should have at this point gone and in examples here found our MPU 6050 light thing, our library we should have attached. So we're going to go and we're going to open get all data, and we're going to go and do it the same way we did for this. So we're going to include two files. So we have two files to include. Those go up at the top right there. Next, we have variable MPU 6050 that we are calling MPU. That is going to go underneath our CRGB thing. And we are going to then, oops, this is the wrong thing. We're going to go back and get some of the stuff. So we need wire.begin. That is an important portion of, wire.begin is something that we're going to require inside of setup. So in our setup, we do our LED setup and we start our wire library. I just really love clicking back to that. All right. And we're going to assume everything is going to work out. So we're going to take our status. And we're going to take our calibration stuff inside of our code here. We're just going to take everything inside of setup and put it inside of setup. That I think is going to be the best way to go. So now we need to start some comments. So this is going to be start our LED. This is going to be start our gyro. And then we're going to do a comment, like last comment here will be init motors. So there we go. So now we're segmenting our program. We have an entire program in there. Let's get the last part of our gyroscope working. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do MPU.update. So if we don't do this, we are going to have a problem. I keep clicking back. I'm so sorry. So inside of our loop here, we're going to continue to update our MPU 6050. Now, let's go ahead and just double check inside of this MPU 6050 if there's anything else we need. We got a lot of things in here, huh? There's a lot of things that we maybe don't necessarily need, but are going to be important, I think, for later. So the thing that we're going to get the most of right now is we want this angle. And we're just going to take these lines here. We don't need the timer equals millis. That I think we can ignore. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get our angles. So the angles are going to be the thing we require for our turn. And we'll just go ahead and print those inside of our loop. Now, with this is where the testing comes in. This base program is going to set you up for success with your program here for all your tasks. Now, in the next video, I will show you how we're actually going to use our gyroscope to get data that we need and to make our robot do things. So stay tuned for that in our next program.